How are you? I hope you're doing good sitting at home in this lockdown. So stay in home, stay safe. So welcome to my channel, guys, Star Dimension. So I am your Guru sir. So in this session, we will be starting with the module 4, that is a center of gravity, or we can also say it as a centroid. So it is a BTU 4th module for the first year and that is first sem and second sem. So what is there in this subject? What is there in this 4th module is that it is basically a center of gravity and the centroid. So what is a centroid and what is a center of gravity and what is a centroid? So here we need to clearly understand that we are finding out the center of any particular body that we are using in day-to-day life, because center is that point. If it moves away from the center, the body tries to tilt. Now how it is? I shall give you an example of a football where some of them will be having an habit of rotating about their own finger. That is, whenever I take a body or whenever I take a football and try to rotate it at one particular finger, so the football tries to rotate. If the center is away from the finger, so what happens? It doesn't get rotated. So I shall give you one more example. Some of them will be having an habit of rotating the book. So they will be having a full stylish rotation of the book. So if you do not catch exactly at the center, the book do not rotate. It falls down. Why? Because we are moving away from the center of the body. Now, coming to the definition. What is the center of gravity? It is a point at which the whole mass or the whole weight of the body is concentrated at that point. So that point is called as center of gravity. Coming to the centroid, it is a point at which the whole area is concentrated at one point. So that is the major difference between the center of gravity and the center of or the centroid. Here you can see the definition, that is, it is a point at which the whole weight of the body acts. Centroid, it's a point at which the whole area of the plane figure is assumed to be concentrated at one particular point. So that is the center of gravity and the centroid. What is the difference now? So the difference you can see here is the weight, and here you can see the area. Now for example, if I give you a known lamina or a definite shaped lamina, so this is the rectangle shape. So if I give you a rectangular shape, it will be having a breadth B and a depth D I'll be given. So what happens? If I ask you the center of this body here, you shall show it like this. So what will be the distance from here? If I ask you, it will be x bar. If I ask you the distance from here to here, it will be the y bar, because x direction and y direction, x axis and y axis. So we can say it as x bar will be equal to b by 2 and y bar will be equal to d by 2. That is the half of the distance. If I give you a rectangular shape of a cake and if I ask you to cut it in 2 equal pieces, so you will cut like this and we will cut like this. We will cut equally into 4 pieces. We shall give one more example. We shall take the circular shape. So cut it equally half. So we will cut it like this. So what is happening here? We are cutting the diameter. It will be distributed in 2 equal parts. So this is how the center of gravity and the centroid will be defined. If I ask you a definite shape, we can easily say it as an equal. But now when it comes to irregular shape of a lamina, so what we need to do in that time? So we need to break that area into known definite shapes. Then we need to find out the CGs of those particular ones. So many of them do not understand this explanation. So when we go for the numericals, you shall understand easily so how it will be done. For example, I shall show you how it is done. For example, if I give you a problem like this, so and ask you to find the center of this body. So this is actually a dam shape. So how we will be finding out? So we will be doing in such a way that we will be dividing this body. we will divide it. So it will become first body, this is second body. So what happens? We have divided into two bodies. That two bodies will be, one is rectangle and one more is triangular. So we know the half distance of the rectangle and not half of actually of the triangular, it is different. So x bar and y bar will be different for the triangular shape. In future course of time, we will be deriving some x bar and y bar values of the triangular shape. So that time we will be noticing. But there are some definite shapes, we need to remember those x bar and y bar, that is the center. We need to know it and we need to mug up with some things, we need to know and then we need to find out. So after that what is happening? So we need to club it. So after clubbing it, we will be getting the center point of that. So for that, here it is illustrated from the textbook I have taken. So what happens? There is an irregular shape of the lamina where it is divided into some particular object. So it is divided into some particular small laminas which is having a center G1, G2, G3, G4 and G5. So here with respect to this G1, there will be a x bar, that is x1, and designated with a y1 also. So x bar and y bar. X bar means the distance from x axis, the distance of y axis. What is the distance? So same way for the other bodies also. So clubbing up of all these areas and everything, so we need to find the x bar and y bar of the total lamina to find out one particular center of gravity. So that is x bar. To find out x bar, we need to know summation of ax divided by summation of a. Here y bar, summation of a into y divided by summation of a. So this is a general equation that is given to find out the x bar and y bar. So before going for the numericals, we need to understand one particular step where initial starting of the problem we need to think about it always. So that is the axis of reference. What is an axis of reference? Reference is always a known point. So if we know that known point, we can, with respect to that point, we can measure the things. So any of the body, if we want to find out the CG, so we need to know the reference point. So that is the axis of reference. The center of gravity is always calculated with reference to some assumed axis. So if I get a body, I will put some reference axis. So this is x axis and this is y axis. With respect to these axes, I will be finding out the total lengths of the center of the body. So that's why any of the particular body, if we get, first and foremost, we need to put the axis of reference. So for a time being, guys, if you do not understand this explanation, do not worry until you solve one numerical problem. So we shall solve one numerical problem so that you people get an idea that what is the center, how it will be calculated. So when you know that concept, easily we can go for the derivation part of many irregular shape of the bodies, so that we can do it. So we shall do one simple problem of any of the type of sections so that we will be getting the clear concept of using center of gravity and the centering. Welcome back, students. So here you can see that is one of the problem that I have put, one of the common problem that I have put here. So here you can see a section, T section. So in this T section, this top is called as a flange. So this is called as a flange, and the bottom is called as the web. So this is one of the common type of problem that will be asked in your, probably it will be asked in your exam. So simple problem. So here it is a two type of this structure it is given, it is combined. Here it is combined with the two type of this structure. One is the flange and one more is the web. Now, so how we need to find out this x bar and y bar? So first and foremost, guys, so we shall write x bar is equal to summation of a into x divided by summation of a. Y bar is equal to summation of a into y divided by summation of A. Now how to elaborate this? I shall write summation of A1 into x1, sorry, I shall remove the summation, plus A2 into x2 whole divided by A1 plus A2. Coming to the y bar, A1 y1 plus A2 y2 whole divided by A1 plus A2. So this is the elaboration of our formula. Now, so when it comes to the problem, first and foremost, first step, we need to divide this body. Now how to divide this body? Divide the body in such a way that it should be the known lamina. So for example, we can make it out that there are two rectangulars joined to make a T section. So first I will divide this T section like this. So it has become two bodies now. So this is the first body. I shall write this first. This I'll write the second. So there are two bodies. So here I will mark the center. Here is the center. For this body, here is the center. I will write G1. So for this body, here is the center. I will write G2. This is the second step. First step, we need to divide the body. Second step, we need to name the bodies G1 and G2. That is the gravity 1 and the gravity 2. Third step, we need to mark the axis of symmetry. Some of the teachers or some of the books, they take or they follow the center here itself. But to make some sort of easiness, so what I will do is, I will take the reference axis always at the left. Here like this. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So this is x-axis and y-axis. Now, to measure this point from this axis, measure this point from this axis, measure this point from this axis also, measure this point from this axis also. So we need to find in such a way. So I shall mark, so this will be my x1 and this will be my y1 and this is also x2 and this height will also be y2. So this is the marking. Now, so to calculate x bar, I need a1, x1, e2, x2. So first body, second body, area of first body, area of second body. So I shall mark, so here I will write a1 is equal to area of this first body, that is breadth into depth. So that is b into d I will write. So a1 is equal to 20 into, it is 120. So it is 2400 mm square. All the dimensions are in mm. Next, x1. What is the x1? What will be this length? See, we can see here the total length is 120. So half length will be 60. So it is 120 by 2. So it will be 60 mm. So what about the y1? Y1 will be, so this height. So total from here to here it is 120. So half will be 60. So 120 by 2, it is equal to 60 mm. Next, I'll write A2. Second for A2. So A2 will be, again it will be 120 by 2. That will be 60 mm. So for this point is this length. That is total 120, the half length. Coming to the next, Y2. Point is here and the axis is here. So we need to measure this length or this height. So how to measure? So already it is 120 plus 20 half. I hope this is clear. Some of the students, they try to make a mistake that what they do is they take only 20 by 2. But if I take 20 by 2, I will get only this length. But I need from this axis because my reference axis is at the bottom. So therefore, so it will be 130. So that is how, again, we need to substitute in that equation. So x bar is equal to, a1 is there. So that is, I'm so sorry. So this is actually x2 and I forgot to write a2. So a2 will be again 120 into 20. So it is again 2400 mm. Now, here one particular point I would like to discuss here is that I shall ask you a question in such a way that if I want to cut this T section, so that I should get two equal halves, in which axis I need to cut. So that is the question here. So that is called as axis of symmetry. Symmetry means equal I need to cut. So how I need to cut? So in such a way that if I want to divide this T section, I need to cut it like this. So that means the axis of symmetry lies like this. So axis of symmetry, if it lies like this, so two equal halves will be get cut. So now, so at what distance I need to cut? So total is 120. So half means 60. So exactly at 60 I need to cut the T section. So it will get divided into two equal halves. So now two equal half if it gets cut. So axis of symmetry, it is getting which axis? It is getting cut with the x axis. So the x bar will be directly how much? It will be 60. If I want to cut it in y direction it won't get cut equally. So we need to find that point y bar. So in this problem I shall not calculate the x bar, because if I put all the values, I will be getting it as 60 only. So in your free session guys, you can substitute all the values and you can calculate that you should get 60. But y bar will be changing. So we shall calculate only y bar. So therefore y bar is equal to A1 is 2400, y1 is 60. Next plus x2 is A2 is 2400 into 130 divided by 2400 plus 2400. So y bar, if I calculate, it comes around 96 mm. 95 mm. So that is the total y bar that will be calculated. So this is how we shall calculate, or we need to calculate the center of gravity of any irregular shape of the body that will be given. So in the next session guys, we will be calculating, or we will be finding out the CG values of different shapes, like for example a semicircular, a triangular shape, a sector or a quarter circle. So how these values will be found out, like for example we have d by 2 like for rectangle. So what will be the values for triangular or different shapes? Some predefined shapes are available. So how it will be calculated and how it is derived. The derivations are most important for your exam point of view. Any one derivation will be getting for your exams. So we need to do it at any cost. So that is the centroid, about the centroid. I hope you have got some of the idea by in this lecture. In the next session we'll be carrying out with some derivations and some problems. So thank you guys. So always be in home, be safe. Thank you.